So, hey, I am so excited to be live on Periscope, on Facebook Live with all of you fabulous folks on tonight. And tonight we're going to be talking about how to create the life you love. Like, we're going in on this topic because I truly believe, and some of you guys might have been following me on Facebook, I've been posting about all the things that I have been able to do over my years in my life. And not that I'm so special or I'm doing something so great or that I am so great, but it's the system and process that I use to truly going from a place of mediocrity, not enjoying my life, kind of just living every day, winging it and kind of just getting by, to living a life that I truly love today. Every day I look forward to life and living. I look forward to what God has in store for me and the things that he's going to be doing and manifest in my life. Hey, Deborah. And I pray that that's the same thing for each one of you. And even if it isn't, it's my goal that this year in 2017, as we approach 2017, will be your year. Can you guys go ahead and start typing that? Listen, I believe that this will be your year. The year of 2017 is going to be the year execution, is going to be the year that we're going to be moving. So if you're watching this and you don't know who I am, let me take a minute to introduce myself. My name is Joe Bullock, and I am extremely passionate about equipping folks in the kingdom to catch their whole life. Everything from their mission to their mate. And that includes you, and you, right? It's so important in this season. I'm also a founder of an organization called Detour Movement. We believe when you renew your mind, you transform your entire life. And lastly, but definitely not least, I'm a best-selling author. Thank you, D. Howard, for coming in, inviting your followers. Hey, Robin. Hey, Veronica. Welcome. So again, we are starting video 1 of a 4-part series talking about really just how to create the life that you truly love. And tonight I have some tips for you guys that I'm going to be sharing from Jack Canfield. Some of you guys may have heard of him. Some of you may not. If you know anything about me and what my kingdom assignment is, I am here to be your catalyst, your transformational catalyst, to help ignite something in you so you can go to your next dimension in your life and in your relationships. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And Jack Canfield, for some of you may not know him, some of you guys might have heard him before. He is like one of the fathers. He's one of the fathers in the transformational space. Some of you guys may have heard of Lisa Nichols. She definitely has linked up with him and actually did this one series called Chicken Soup for the Soul with Jack Canfield many years ago, which one of her first best-selling books. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the principles he had. And I thought it was so fitting because I'm like, these are the exact things that each one of you guys need to do to shift. Can somebody type shift? It's time to shift. Hey, Damian, how are you? How are you? Glad to see you checking me out on Facebook Live on today. All right, you guys, can somebody type shift? It is time to shift. It's time to shift. It's time for us. Hey, I am Felicia. How are you? It is time for us to get into position and really get ready to go do mightily things and go to the next dimension in our lives. Wherever you are right now, listen, next year is going to be higher and higher. And so today I want to talk to you about some things. We're going to have just a conversation. I don't know if it's going to be preachy. I don't know if it's going to be talky. Just however God leads me on today is what it's going to be. But I know I have some things I want to share with you. Okay, so let's get right to it. The first thing I want to tell you is that when it comes to creating the life that you love, and Damien, I know you can be a witness on this, is that you have to get to the place that you take 100% responsibility for your life. Let's just talk for that for a moment, because the truth be told, so often people want to blame their mother for not being there, blaming their father, saying, oh, my dad wasn't there, and we always can look to our left, look to our right of why things are not the way they are. Oh, my husband did not do this. My boyfriend did not do this. Somebody did this to me. You know what I mean? And I can speak to it because y'all know a lot of things I talk about is because I experienced it. I experienced being the victim and being Vicky and feeling like everything was happening to me and as if I didn't have any control over the situation. But I came here to tell you today that today, if you really want to start creating the life that you love, you have to get to the place that you say, I have to take 100% responsibility for whatever action or whatever I want to realize in my life. Hey, Quashonda. It makes me think about a time where TD Jakes talked about a situation with his dog. And his dog, he had went through the door and his dog wanted to go through the door as well. Okay? His dog wanted to go through the door, but the dog was trying to get through the door, but he couldn't open it. Okay, so the dog started to go up to the door and put his paw to the door, and nothing happened. Then the dog went up and threw just put maybe 10-15% more pressure, put both paws on the door, but nothing happened. Then the dog kind of backed up about 3 or 4 steps, and then he approached the door and it opened up just a little bit. But then see, what the dog started to realize is that he was like, listen, if I want to get this door open, if I want to go to the other side with my master, if I want to be on the other side of this wall, I can no longer give 5%. Nobody's going to come and open the door for me. He started to realize that, right? The door had closed in his face. So he realized that he had to give 100% himself and take 100% responsibility for the action to get that door open. So what the dog did is he went all the way back. He backed that thing all the way up. And he threw 100% of his body weight towards that door, and the door started flinging open. So today I just came by to share with you guys that in this season, all of you guys have to be willing to say, I'm going to take 100% responsibility for whatever action I want to realize, whatever dream I want to achieve, whatever it is that I want to do, I'm going to take 100%. Can somebody say, I'm going to take 100% responsibility? And also, you have to give 100% of yourself. You have to give 100% of yourself to achieve that which you desire. Can somebody type that on the screen for me? Can somebody type that on the screen for me? Hey, Marita, how are you? Hey. So glad you guys are joining. I see you, Erica. How are you? All right, you guys. One thing I want to share with you is you have to understand that successful people take full responsibility of what they think, of what they imagine, of what they visualize, of the actions that they take. They take full responsibility, right? And I just want you to take a self-examination and say, in this season, are you taking full responsibility? Are you taking every day and saying, are you strategically planning out what are you doing for that day? Are you strategically planning out, okay, this is where I am right now, and this is where I want to go, and these are the steps that I need to get there? Are you saying, if this day did not go the way that you wanted to go, are you saying, what can I do differently? So often we want to blame other people. You're unable to comment. You just comment. You just comment, dear. Absolutely. Some people are saying they can't comment on Periscope, but I look like they're commenting. Oh, multitasking at home. Okay, hey, Queen RB. So listen, you can't waste your time. You can't waste your energy blaming other people, complaining. You have to get to the place that you're evaluating your experiences and deciding what needs to be changed. What do you need to change? What do you need to do differently? Okay, I know many of you guys have various goals, various aspirations. Some of you desire to increase your income. Some of you guys desire to change your relationship with money, change your relationship in terms of your status. Some of you desire to change your relationship with your children. And the question that you have to ask yourself is, what do you need to change? What do you need to do differently than what you've been doing before? Okay, that's the first thing, is take responsibility. All right, number 2, you guys, number two. If you're ready for number 2, can somebody type 2? If you are ready for number 2, type number 2. So what I want to share with you, the second thing is you have to be very crystal clear. You guys have to be crystal clear about where you are right now and why you are where you are right now. This is, let's go deep for a moment. Hey, for his glory. You guys, ask yourself and listen. In my own situation, I feel like I am very blessed. God has really just shown out in my life. He has blessed me beyond what I could think or imagine, right? However, being that many of us are achievers, being that many of us desire more, right? It's like we always want to elevate to the next dimension, and we know that just having enough, we can have more. God will give you more. He will give you abundance. He said that you can have it. Right? He said you can have a cattle on 1,000 hills is yours. Right? And also, the truth be told, the more as in people in the kingdom, as we succeed and move to the next level, the more we can bless others. My goals are not so much about, oh God, let me make this amount of money. It's about how much money I can give back. What can I do to give back to somebody else? Because the more increase, the more profitability, the more, success that I have in my life, the more I'm able to pour out onto other people. So regardless of where you are, whether it's where you want to be or not, and I believe regardless of where you are and how good your life may be at this time, most people desire more. The truth be told, it's not even so much about being greedy. It's about having influence. And whoever have influence, can make the decisions, and whoever can make the decisions can provide resources. The truth of the matter is, the Bible said that money is the answer to all things, Sherry. Is the answer to all things. So we constantly need to make sure we have resources to do things to shake and move in the kingdom. I am just saying. So listen, number 2 is be clear why you're where you are. Where you are right today. Like, you can't try to map out a direction if you're even trying to go somewhere or take a road trip, and you can't even go anywhere on your GPS until you tell that GPS what is your current location. That GPS cannot navigate you, JR, to any place on earth or anywhere else if you can first let that GPS know, whether it's automatic detection or manual entry, where you are right now. So I want you guys to do that. I want you guys to say, why am I where I am today? Why are you there? Is it certain things? Have you not exercised a level of discipline? Have you been spending more money than you really have the resources to spend? Do you have an attitude problem and you still talking to people crazy? Somebody talk to you, some of you guys saying, Lord, let me adjust my glasses. Some of you guys saying, Lord, send me a husband. And even man said, send me a wife. But you still got a nasty attitude. You still don't know how to talk to people. You still cussing and fussing and thinking somebody gonna want to do with that. No, we've been studying Proverbs all month, and we already know a man ain't gonna deal with a contentious woman. So why are you where you are? I don't believe anything happens by chance. Everything is by design. Everything is as a result of something else. So what is it that you have done or not done to contribute to a situation? You say, okay, you perhaps are living paycheck to paycheck. My girl Treal was on earlier, and she was saying, I believe it was over 42% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, if that is you, what is it that you're doing? How is your spending? What's your relationship with money that's causing you to live paycheck by paycheck? Perhaps is your education, you need to up level your education. It's something that you're doing and not doing that's leading you to exactly where you are right now. And you got to really have an honest conversation with yourself about why that is. Because until you know where you are and why you are where you are not going to go anywhere. It's just not going to happen. And Jack Canfield's 7 things, he lists 7 things to create the life you love. He talks about, if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, tune into the signal around you. Looking towards others for help and guidance is okay, but don't forget to stay in tune to yourself. Your behavior. What's your behavior? What's your attitudes? What's your likes? What's your dislikes? What's your life experience? Identify what's working and listen. Identify what's not working. Some of you guys need to let go of relationships that's not working, people in your life that's not working, working on a business or ministry that's not working, and you need to change your strategy, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, and nothing is going to change. Nothing's going to change until you change. Hey there. Welcome. So let me tell you number 3. Number three. Sorry, I'm not doing a good job with my camera right now. Decide what you want. Hey, IEA Ocean, welcome. Decide what you want. Can somebody type that? Some of you guys, and I said this in my email. Did anybody just get the email? If you got the email, say I got the email. Type me, or 11111. If you got the email, type me. I was talking about the importance of decisions, and I was talking about my own story, because I talked about back in 2009 was really what my transition started to begin. In 2009. And in 2009, it started to become very clear to me, crystal clear, that I had really no real plan in terms of my relationships. I had no real standards. Right? I was making a fool of myself, quite frankly. I was just kind of going along to get along. I was oftentimes playing the victim. And then 2010, after I experienced a crazy relationship, an unhealthy relationship, a relationship that was not serving me, where I was showing up as the victim, where I was giving to get and doing all the things that you should not do in a relationship, right? You should not give in a relationship of yourself, your body, your money, or whatever in order to secure that relationships. That's the wrong motives, and you're not going to win. Like, no, you're not going to win. And I was doing a lot of those things, and I was coming out shortchanged, and I felt very empty as a result of those relationships. But you know what? September of 2010, I made a decision. I made a decision that was the last year I was going to settle for less than what God's best was for my life in terms of relationships. I made a decision that I was over dating jailbirds. I made a decision I was over dating ex-convicts. I made a decision that I was over dating people, you know, who was not on the same level as me. I was over dating people who was not a follower of Christ. I just made a decision. Can somebody type that? Make a decision. You have to make a decision that there's certain things you're no longer going to tolerate in your life. There's certain things that you're no longer going to go along with in your life. There's just going to be a different standard that's going to be required of people to come into your circle. I dare you guys to make that decision. Hey, MS Shalom, how are you? We have to get to the place that we say, no longer are we going to accept mediocrity. No longer are we going to just accept whatever somebody is willing to dash out. Listen, you have to set the standard. You have to set the standard to the world of how others should treat you based on what you are willing to accept, based on what you are willing to tolerate. Some of you guys have a low tolerance level. Listen, excuse me. Some of you guys have a too high of a tolerance level. Some of you guys need to lower your tolerant rate and not be willing to tolerate just anything and everything somebody brings to your table. So this season, I want you to decide what it is that you want. That's number 3. Decide what you want. Okay? It's not, listen, Jack Canfield says here, it's not so much that people don't know what they want as much as they don't know how to get there. Okay? He says, it's because they haven't clearly mapped out what they want and taken the step to get there. Rather, you have to identify specific goals. You have to identify specific milestones, okay, to take big action. I'm telling you, once I started to realize that I didn't have any clarity and vision as it pertains to relationships, and particularly relationships with men, I said, no. This is where I am. Dating ex-convicts, dating jailbirds, you know, ending in relationships that's not healthy, doing all kind of things that's against really my own core values. And I said, I don't want to do this. I desire marriage. I desire something different. I desire, you know, I'm going to have more worth about myself and more value about who I am and how I show up and require more of a man. I'm not going to, no, you know, it's not going to treat me any kind of way. I'm going to need you to upgrade. I had to upgrade my relationships and how I was doing relationships. I had to upgrade. Can somebody type upgrade? Can somebody type upgrade? Hey, Treal, I saw you snuck in there. Let me share this. Jack Canfield said one of the main reasons why most people don't get what they want, it is because they haven't decided what they want. They haven't defined their desires in a clear and compelling details. What does success look like to them? Not everybody's definition is the same. Right? Samantha, your definition is not going to be the same as Treal's definition. Erica, your definition is not going to be the same as Deborah's definition. You know, matter of fact, JR, your definition of what a successful relationship looks like and what a successful marriage looks like is not going to be the same as Kenny's definition. Everybody's going to have a different definition, but the truth be told, you cannot hit a target that you can't see. So you need to get to a place that you have to write this stuff out. And let me go ahead and say that some of you guys know, because we're so passionate about this, truth be told, we've been spending several weeks, yes, I said weeks, really almost a month and a half by the time we get to the time of the workshop next Thursday, right? Working on a goal setting workshop because we know that and this is going to actually be one of the tips coming up later, that's one of the key corner things is having goals, very strategic and specific goals for you to help you get to whatever you're trying to achieve in this season and get to your next. It's not going to be a happen chance. Accident does not happen. Success does not happen by accident. Can somebody type that? Success does not happen by accident. It just don't. And the next thing I'm going to tell you, we're going to move to number 4. Can somebody type 44444? If you guys haven't already, so many of you guys are joining. Hey, I see you guys. Hey, is it Jacqueline? Nelson, hey, Toya, hey, Danielle. Listen, you guys, listen. Thank you guys for bearing with me because I'm trying to hold both of these by hand. Both of my stands are MIA tonight. But I want to just tell you this. Number four. Hey, Marsha, if you haven't already, guys, go ahead and share this with your folks. Go ahead and share this with your folks. Number four. Believe it is possible. This is almost like one of the most important things. Okay, Jackie, got you. This is like one of the most important things. And I'm going to slow down a bit here. You have to believe truly, without a shadow of a doubt, that it is possible. And this is what, Jack Canfield, he kind of talked about believing it in yourself. And I believe you do need to believe in yourself. But let me tell you, you got an even greater weapon. Because the truth be told, Maria, that he that is in you is greater than he that is in this world. You have a supernatural power working on the inside of you. Okay, whatever you have seen God done, perform, conduct in anybody else's life, he can do it for you. You should not necessarily covet what other people are doing. But if God has placed a desire, a dream, an aspiration, a vision, whether it's with your relationship with yourself, to be more confident, be more bold, to be more talented in a certain area, or to be, more accomplished in a certain area, perhaps in areas of your relationship with finding that right person, or having a better relationship with your husband, or your relationship with money, it is possible. God is only limited by his word, and he's not going to do something for somebody and not do it for somebody else. Okay, listen, you have to believe in yourself more than anybody else, because the truth be told, let me tell y'all a secret. This is truth talk right here. When you believe in yourself and you start saying who you are and announcing your own self to other people, guess what? Other people start to believe it. It works. I say we are living in a day today that confidence trumps competency. Confidence trumps confidence. Okay? Excuse me. Confidence trumps competency. That's what I'm trying to say. So it doesn't, you don't, your skill level and all of that is really secondary. I'm telling you, it's secondary to the confidence, whatever you want to call it. Confidence, self-esteem, belief in oneself, however you want to classify it. And let me share this with you. One thing I got from Jack Canfield when he was talking about the 7 things to creating the life you love. Listen, scientists used to believe that humans responded to information flowing in the brain from outside world. But check this out. Check this out, Jackie. But today they're learning that instead we respond to what the brain, based on previous experience, expect to happen next. In fact, the mind is such a powerful instrument and can deliver literally everything you want. But you have to believe what you want is possible. Y'all catch that last sentence? Hold up. It says science. Hey there, Pastor. It says science, okay, has proven this. It says, in fact, the mind is so powerful. It's such a powerful instrument. It can deliver literally everything you want. Can somebody type everything you want? Can somebody type everything you want? Listen, the God we serve said, listen, he said, our kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Right? So you can have everything. You don't got to wait to heaven to start living a life of prosperity. He wants you to prosper just as your soul prosper. And even science is also, listen, science is even saying, listen, in case you ain't all super spiritual, in case you think God out here playing, in case you think you out here, like Peter, and you uncertain about a thing, and you uncertain that God is going to do exactly what he's going to say he's going to do. It's saying science has proved it. Listen, this last sentence says, but you have to believe that what you want is possible. I got to read that again. In fact, the mind is such a powerful instrument. It can deliver literally everything you want, but you have to believe. Can you type, I have to believe, I have to believe, you have to believe, you have to believe, you have to believe that indeed it is possible for you to achieve all that you desire. Hey, Darlene, how are you? As you commit to believing in yourself, also make a commitment to not, being in the complaining, not blaming other people or talking negative about yourself. Because the truth be told, a lot of times it's not what us believing lies from other people. Sometimes you're believing lies from yourself. Sometimes you got to get beyond the negative self-talk, the negative self-chatter. You got to tune to a different radio station. Some of you guys are tuning to the beat up channel. Sometimes you just allowing yourself to sit right there and say, I can't do this, man. Man, look at her. Look how she getting all this done. Look how she getting all this followers. Look how she's, making all these millions of dollars. Look how she's, just doing this with ease. You sitting there comparing yourself, making yourself feel inferior, making yourself feel less than, rather than reaffirming yourself. You are denying yourself. We got to tune to another channel. Can somebody type that? Some of you guys need to tune to a different station, and you need to start tuning to that station that's beating you up, that station that's saying that you are not deserving of a good wife. You're not deserving of a good husband. You're not deserving of a happy marriage. Can somebody say the devil is a liar? Can somebody say the devil is a liar? Look, and you will have what you desire, but you will have what you believe you are entitled to. So once you start adopting the attitude and the mindset that you are entitled to it, you deserve the best, right? Because you've been working on being the best version of yourself. You have been raising up yourself and raising up your standard of living, of who you are, and really trying to be the best version of yourself, and that you deserve somebody who's doing the same. I don't want nobody who's under the sound of my voice to marry down. Can I just be frank? I don't want nobody under the sound of my voice to settle for anything less than what God has best for them. Like, why are we doing that? I always say God wants to give you $1 million mate. He wants to give you all the things that you desire. But the problem is, the reason why you are not attracting it is because you don't believe that you are entitled to it. You don't believe that you're deserving. So today I need some of you guys to change the station. I just need some of y'all to change the station. Some of you guys talk about your weight all the time. You talk about your looks all the time. You're talking about what you don't have, how broke you are. We need to get out of that. Stop saying how tired you are. Stop saying how broke you are. Stop saying how fat you are. Stop saying how skinny you are. Stop saying how messed up your whatever is. Stop saying all of this negativity. You need to get to a place that you need to think on the good. You need to get to a place, Rolanda, that you have to think on the lovely. You have to get to the place that you're thinking on the things that you desire. You have to get to the place that you're saying, Lord, birth this vision in me, Liz. Listen, you guys got to get to the place that you are able to see things before it comes to pass. You're able to see what is yet not even accomplished, because you are standing in faith and you are saying, listen, it's not, even if I can't believe in myself, I can believe in the God that I serve. I can believe that his power is mighty, right? His power is unlimited, right? He can do exceedingly abundantly above what I could ever think or imagine, according to the powers, listen, that work within you in this season. So no longer are you going to dwell on your limitations, your whatever inabilities you think you have. You are going to say, this is the season that I'm going to focus on. No, listen. The greatest tragedy to mankind is not people boasting or thinking too highly of themselves than they ought to. But the greatest tragedy is you thinking of yourself less than you ought to. So today I want to just inspire you and encourage you that you have it in you to go out and be great. You have it in you to go and do whatever it is that you desire. I mean, there's no limit. There's no boundary. The only limit and boundary that you have, Deborah, is the one that you're placing on yourself. And I want to encourage you to go ahead and take the shackles off. I want to go ahead and encourage you to release the shackles off your feet. Listen, this is the season that God is saying, this is a shift. He's like, my daughter, my son, I'm trying to give you so much, but you are willing to take so little. Oh, I gotta say that again, you guys. He's saying, my God is saying to us in this season that he is trying to give you so much, but you listen, when he's trying to get you through the process, and you're going through the process, you're trying to settle through the process because the process is painful, because the process is hurting, and you don't want to complete the process because the process is plans for your preparation, right? Process is here for you to prepare you for that next thing. Hey, chosen Camila, how are you? That process is preparing you for that next thing. Listen. Let me go to the next thing here. Let me go to the next here. I need you guys to believe in yourself. So we just talked about believe in yourself. And now we're going to talk about believe it's possible. They kind of number 4 and 5. One is believe it's possible. And the next thing is believe in yourself. Okay. And we kind of covered just both of those. Thank you guys for sharing. I see you guys. So listen. This is the season, Roxana, that you guys have to have unwavering faith in yourself for the good, for the bad, that you are getting to the place that you understand that no matter what trial or tribulation comes against your way, that you will be able to make it. You will be able to persevere. You will be able to continue to shift. You will be able to continue to move. You will be able to continue to do that. You will have to get to a place that you like, listen, This is my season. This is my day. This is my time, and I'm going to move. Number six. I love this one. I love this one. It says, become an inverse paranoia. And what he's saying here is, imagine how much easier it would be if you adopted the mindset, if you adopted the belief that in life, everything was constantly working out for your good. Everything was constantly orchestrating itself to support your opportunity, to support your next move of greatness, to support whatever that thing is you're about to do. Listen, this is a secret of successful people. They believe that the world is taking action, that the world is conceding in a way. Things, people, places, opportunities are shifting, are moving in a way that is working on their behalf. And people in the kingdom, you guys definitely should believe in this. You guys should be living this. You should be paranoid that, oh my God, this is happening. This is happening for me to be great. This is happening. You know, the reason why that relationship failed is not because God did not want you to marry that man or that woman. It's because God wanted something better for you. And God had to cut off that old thing so he could bring in the new. Listen. The reason you got all bent out of shape, you got all upset that it didn't work out. You got all upset that he walked out on you. But listen, God is saying, I'm going to need you to understand. I'm going to need you to be paranoid about that situation in the way that you know that that is happening because something greater is better is around the corner. And whatever you expect that thing to be, it will be so. It will be so. It will be so. Listen, earlier I started to share with you guys a little bit about my story, but I was telling you about how in 2010, I made a decision to change. So I went from going from bad relationships, living in my auntie 1-bedroom apartment, like for real, with her. She was living it too. I slept on the air mattress for 9 months, right? But I said, you know what? I got to do better than this. It got to be more to this. So I decided to move out and get my own place, right? I had the nerve to have I got an apartment and I had a housewarming for my apartment. I don't know if I ever heard anybody doing that, but I knew I wanted to do it because it was a humble beginning for me. And it was a time for me to shift. And I know that once I started to expect more, right? I knew one day I was going to be a homeowner. I knew one day, I didn't know what day it was going to be, but I knew it was coming. But once I started to make shifts and strides to desire more and desire better, a lot of things started to shift for me. 2010 was the last time I experienced a heartbreak, the last time I got into any coonery, buffoonery with some dudes or any man. In 2011, I met the love of my life, but it's because I started to expect more. I expect more. I expected that the world was going to concede on my behalf. Why not? Are you not the child of the Most High God? Are you not, Deborah, the child of the Most High God? Like, why would he not hook you up like that? Why would he not position you for success? Why would he not, set up everything to work out in a perfect way, in a way that's really going to just help you to move and shift? Listen, the last thing I want to share with you guys is unleash the power of goal setting. Unleash the power of goal setting. Okay, very, very important. Very, very, very important. So we talked about, and I just want to go over them really quick if I can get it. If I can get it, I can get it. I see your question. Take no less than 100% responsibility for your life. We talked about being clear. Number 2 was being clear why you are where you are. Number 3 was decide what you want. Decide what you want. Number 4 was believe it's possible. Number 5 is believe in yourself. Number 6 is become an inverse paranoia. And number 7 is unleash the power of goal setting. Unleash the power of goal setting. Unleash the power of goal setting. So what I want to tell you about unleashing the power of goal setting, you have to understand that whatever goal you put in your conscious, subconscious mind, by affirming that to yourself, you're naturally in your mind, scientifically, your brain will start to work over time to find ways to make that thing happen. It will find ways to make that happen. And I always think about when I write something down. Anytime I write something down, woo, watch out, watch out. Can somebody say there's power in the pen? There is power in the pen. When I write something down, I remember one time I wrote something down, I think it was last year. And I checked off the majority of things on that list, but there were a few things that I did not check off on that list. There was a few things I didn't check off the list. And I kept wondering why this thing kept coming back up, kept coming back up, kept coming back up. I said, why can I get this off my mind? Why does this thing keep coming back up? It's not even a priority for me anymore. But the thing was, I had wrote it down. And my mind would not allow me to dump that thing until I fully had divorced, cross it out, scratch it out, or accomplish it. I decided in my mind that I was no longer going to do it, but I never really scratched it out and abandoned that thing. So it kept coming up. So Juanita, what I'm telling you is there's definitely power in the pen when you write something down. Your mind will help the environments by your actions, your behavior, your attitude to concede to the things that you desire, right? By letting those things come to pass and by allowing you to keep on the top of your mind until those things are truly realized, So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. We're going to be having a goal achievement workshop, and we're going to be going over SMART goals. Some of you guys have heard of them. I've heard a couple of people talking about SMART goals, but in this workshop, we're going to be going through a visualization exercise. And so we want to spend some time you visualizing exactly what it is that you desire, exactly what it is that you want, right, in your life. We're going to be setting SMART goals. Some of you guys know what that stands for. It's a very specific goal, a very measurable goal.